let's talk about personal style. And this topic, I've made a video about it once, and I'm always torn between this is something that I'm really interested in, and I really love to look in the mirror and love what I see, and between like thinking, isn't this all very superficial and not really important? Like, is this even a topic worth talking about? And isn't it just too complicated? Or am I not the right person to talk about it? But I think I have some things to say, and we're gonna approach this in a soft way, in a way that's hopefully helpful, encouraging, and doesn't feel like there's so much work you're supposed to do that you're never gonna be able to find your personal style. Because I think there are a lot of misconceptions. I want to share with you how I feel, how I dress, what I think, because I don't think I have my personal style figured out. We're gonna start with the very, very first basis. And I'm gonna show examples to it. I'm gonna try on some clothes, try out some things, and let you know how I feel about wearing these things as well. Well, I also have just cut my hair again, which always makes me feel a bit different about the clothes I wear. And I wanted to let you know one thing. I messed up after I stopped recording the video last week and just kind of wanted to clean up my backside here. I used a grade 1 or something to clean up here, and then I used it here, and I think you can see it. So I felt like, oh no, do I have to cut everything down to a grade 1 now? But I did not do that. I'm just looking funky right now, and in 2 weeks or so I'm gonna cut it again, and then my hair is gonna have the same length again. But the start, I think, when we talk about personal style, whenever we're trying to find our personal style, the first thing that is important is how you feel in your clothes. Because I think there's no personal style, there's no successful style journey or anything if you don't feel good in the clothes you wear. So one huge part of my personal style will always be clothes that I love wearing because they make me feel good in my body. Now, it doesn't matter if I prefer like loose clothes or tight clothes or which kind of silhouettes, what other people think is feminine, masculine, something like that, but that I feel good, that I feel like my body belongs to me. With one exception maybe. If clothes are so tight that they're physically hurting me, then I don't think that's the route to go. Well, I wanted to show you this top as an example. Actually, yesterday I was thinking about decluttering it because I thought like I'm not wearing it enough. I always think it looks terrible when I wear a bra and then there are like 2 straps, and I have some bras that I can't even wear. And then I'm not sure if I can wear something on top of this. And it was just like, this is an unpractical piece I don't reach for and I don't like on myself because again, it's like very, very light. So if I wear a black bra or something, it's gonna show through. But then I realized that I actually really like wearing this top without a bra. And that is also a very interesting thing for me because I would love to not wear a bra all the time. But most of the time, that doesn't feel good. I don't feel good without a bra. I don't feel good about my chest. But in this top, it's an exception, and maybe we're gonna find more clothes that work as an exception because on hot summer days, it's amazing. I think it looks good. And I have to say, I love how like my neck looks with just these tiny straps and nothing more. And I don't hate the feeling of my chest in this. I don't hate the look of my chest in this. Let me maybe show you my complete outfit of today. It's just what I actually wore yesterday as well. Yeah, it might be ridiculous, but I kind of like it so. The thing is, I found these pair of jeans in this little shed in our neighborhood where everyone can bring stuff and take stuff for free, and they're a bit too big for me. And I think I would like them to be more high-rise, high-waisted, like they're supposed to be. But for me, they're hanging low. And sometimes I think that doesn't look good. But in this combination, I think it actually kind of works. And so I'm trying around, seeing if I like this pair of jeans, because With the approach I have now, I don't just want to throw away a piece of clothing if I'm not 100% happy with how it looks with one shirt. I want to try out things and see if it can make it work. But then of course it's also fine if something doesn't work at all to give it away, because there's no sense in keeping clothes and wearing clothes that do not make me feel good. But I don't think we can just stop there and say that your personal style is whatever you feel good in. Like, you can do that, of course, but then I think there's this aspect of perception. Like, how am I perceived by myself when I look at the mirror, but also by other people? And while we cannot carry our whole personality in our outfit, I think that's pretty hard. I think no one's gonna guess all your personality traits from your outfit, but I think a little part is gonna be possible. In general, maybe the one assumption you can make about me is that I like the clothes I wear. Like, you see me and like, she's wearing these clothes, I guess she must like them. And more than that, I don't know. Maybe you can see that I like sustainability, that I care for sustainability if I re-wear the same clothes, or if I wear clothes that show some wear and tear. Or you can see from the materials what I care about. You can see from the functionality of my clothes what I like to do. And it just makes social life easier sometimes a little bit if people guess right. But then I think I want to concentrate more on the aspect of liking what you see in the mirror. And there's one thing I want to share with you. It's this t-shirt. I've had it for way over a year now, and I've not worn it much. Like, I've maybe worn it 5 days. And there's a reason for that, which kind of goes back to point one. It has these like pretty tight sleeves, and in general it's a pretty tight t-shirt, which makes the fabric be tight on my skin, which then like covers my armpits, and as soon as I like sweat a drop, there's gonna be stains, and I hate that. I'm also not sure about the feeling of the sleeves on my skin here, and so I had an idea. I'm gonna cut off the sleeves, and I'm gonna do that right now, and I'm gonna wear this t-shirt, and I'm gonna share with you the thoughts I have and the feelings, and we're gonna see if it's better, if I like what I see in the mirror, if I feel what I feel on my body. So let's get a pair of scissors. So how am I gonna cut this so you can watch me cut? Okay. So I was cutting and I felt like the more I cut, the more I messed it up. But now let's see. Actually, I think I love it. The thing is, it feels way better now. It still covers my shoulders, so in summer when I want to have a bit more protection from the sun, like through my clothes, that's already good. Plus, actually, I really like my shoulders. I like things that stop here, like garments, but I don't have any at the moment. I have like a similar shirt that has some wider shoulder straps. I also like turtlenecks and really short hair. I think this is a good combination. Well, overall, I think it could be perceived a bit more masculine than it was before. And in general, this cut, I think is associated with masculinity maybe, but I think we all have like feminine and masculine parts, so that's not a problem for me, and I also do not have any problems leaning into my masculinity. I actually do like it quite a lot. I think short hair might be a part of that, not wearing makeup, I don't know, but I like this look. And I think this is also part of the whole perception thing. Like, I like what I see in the mirror, and people have assumptions about me, they might be right. And if I like what I see and wear this outside on the street, then people might see more of who I am. They perceive me more as the person I am than if I would wear just what's in trend, in season right now, just what someone thinks is appropriate for a woman at the end of their 20s, something like that. And so I think because we have a choice nowadays to wear a lot of different garments, it's great to actually choose the ones that we like and to feel good in them and to present what we like on our bodies. Which also brings me to the next thing, but before I do want to show you a complete outfit that I think I like, but I'm not sure because I'm still wearing the jeans of before and I want to wear a different pair of pants. So let's see, let's try them on. I think I do like this outfit with these black pairs of jeans and with the sandals, but I think there's another pair of shoes that I would like to wear in this outfit, for this outfit. And it's these chunky sneakers that I found last autumn on the street, like to give away for free. And honestly, these are also the only two pairs of shoes. So these really dirty sandals and these really worn out chunky sneakers that I really think fit my style. Like, I like these pairs of shoes. I like how they look. And that's kind of the third thing I want to say, that personal style can just be the clothes we like. I don't think it has to be deeper than that. I don't think it has to be more complicated, more frustrating, but that in itself is sometimes pretty complicated. So just wear the things you like, because what would be better? If I wear the things I like, people can assume I like the things I wear. I feel good because I like what I see in the mirror. I feel good because I like them on my body. I like these clothes, they're my favorite. I love to own them, I love to wear them, I love to care for them, I love to wear them out. I think that's perfect and that's enough for personal style. But I think there's two problems with that. On one hand, in some environments, we're not free to wear what we like. That's a smaller problem and it's still annoying. The bigger problem is, how do we figure out what we like? Like, how do we figure out what the things are we like? Maybe we have a favorite t-shirt, but maybe we do not have a favorite pair of pants. Maybe we have a favorite sweater and a favorite pair of shoes, but we really don't know how to combine them with a pair of pants because everything we wear looks bad, we think. Something like that. So I want to talk a bit more about that now. And I'm really glad I cut off the sleeves because it feels so much better. I think it looks good, so hopefully I'm gonna wear it way more because I don't want to destroy like a perfectly fine shirt. And I was a bit afraid for a second there that I'm just like making something wearable, unwearable, even like for anyone, but now I think I'm gonna get more aware of. But I think there's one misconception when it comes to personal style and what it has to look like. Like, no matter what your personal style is, I think the misconception is that it has to look cohesive and like it all fits together. Like you have to have one signature style so that everyone can say like, oh, this is Leah's style. But I don't think that that's gonna work because we as people, we're complex. We have complex hobbies and personality traits and we like different things. And I think it's totally okay for that to be reflected in your style. For different occasions, we want to wear different things. On different days, we want to wear different things. On different days, we want our bodies to look different. And so I think instead of like having a logical, streamlined, predictable, easy to market to personal style, it makes way more sense to have a style that has contradictions, that doesn't always make sense, that changes over time, that sometimes feels mismatched and sometimes feels genius, sometimes feels creative and sometimes feels boring, because that is who we are as people. We're not that simple, and so our style doesn't need to be that simple. If there's anything I want for us, if we think about personal style, it's to make our lives easier, to feel better in our clothes, and to feel better when it comes to shopping and when it comes to getting dressed in the morning. But I think we need to be honest with ourselves as well, because if we just think it's going to be so easy, there has to be this 100% solution, it's going to be click and you know everything, then it might make stuff more complicated over a longer period of time. Even if it might feel great if you go shopping, buy 10 new pieces and feel, yes, now I have everything I need. But it won't feel like that for a long time, unfortunately. I've gotten some bad comments for these pair of linen shorts because people say they don't fit me. People say they're too big for me, they don't make me look good, things like that. But here's one thing I want to tell you about your personal style. Other people don't have to like it. It's yours. You have to like it. And the same goes for certain like silhouettes or appearing more masculine, more feminine. Like, people tell me that short hair looks good on me or looks bad on me because I look too masculine, because I look too this and that. People say some clothes fit me better, some clothes fit me worse. Some people tell me what kind of colors I should wear, and I don't agree with them. Like sometimes I agree, but sometimes I don't. And then the thing that I think is really important is the picture they have in their mind of how you are supposed to look might not be the same as what you want to look. So maybe I am not mad if I look more masculine. Maybe I don't hate the look of these big shorts. Maybe I don't know, I like my shoulders while other people think I should make them disappear. Maybe I like how my chest looks in this t-shirt, even though other people think I should wear different shapes. Maybe I like the orange with my skin and other people think it doesn't suit me. So what I want to say with that is that there are these rules and things that you're supposed to do. And while these rules are already contradicting each other, I also think it doesn't matter as long as you feel good, as long as your body looks the way you want it to look when you look in the mirror, when you wear the clothes you like, as long as your body feels good, and as long as you think you kind of are perceived the way you want to be. But it doesn't have to be liked by other people. And then let's talk about this shirt. This is a men's shirt by Colorful Standard in one of their many, many colors. And I do have a coupon code if you're interested in buying shirts for yourself or all of the other clothes that Colorful Standard offers. They produce them in a sustainable way. They dye them after the garment is already made, which is way better for the environment. They make them in Europe, which is more ethical and in a more controlled environment than many other brands do it. So I can highly recommend Colorful Standard because by now I think almost half of my wardrobe is Colorful Standard. But what I'm saying with this as well, so now I'm gonna say the opposite of what I'm saying. Don't believe people that are trying to sell to you when it comes to personal style. So if someone's telling you, like, this shirt totally changed my personal style journey because it makes me feel so much better, that does not have to be the case for you. If someone's trying to sell you things, it most of the time has to do with trends and with incentives and things like that, because I profit if you buy things from Colorful Standard. And I honestly like these things because you see me wear them all the time. But that doesn't mean you have to believe me when it comes to your journey. It might not be the right thing for you. It might not be the right color for you. It might not be important at all because it's just a short-lived trend. Now, I think it's important to know that personal style does not have to do with trends. While it is of course often influenced by trends, you don't have to follow trends for your personal style. You do not have to buy what other people think is important for your personal style. And you definitely just don't have to do the same thing as other people, wear the same thing as other people, and believe other people when they're talking about their personal style. And I also don't think that there's one way to like figure out personal style because it's supposed to be personal. It's personal to you. I can tell you what you are supposed to do. I can just share what I am doing, what works for me, and give some like vague pointers that might help you figure out your style for yourself. By the way, this is the shirt I was talking about before. Where I like how it makes my body look. And I'm gonna combine it with a pair of pants. I'm really not sure. I'm not gonna iron these pants, so that's a bit of a problem. But I don't think it looks bad. It looks way better than I thought. Might start wearing these again. And I also like the combination of the shirt and the trousers. I like it. Let me know what you think. The thing is, a lot of times I don't really know why I like certain things or why I don't like them, or I can't really predict if I'm gonna like an outfit before I wear it. And I think it can help to find out some formulas using, for example, a Pinterest board and pin like 100 images and just seeing what are you drawn to. Like, are you actually pinning huge sweaters all the time? Are chunky sneakers something that's appears a lot? Do you have leggings on there or more so shorts? Do you have visible socks? Do you have colorful dresses? And kind of see what are the formulas. Another thing you can do is like adopting a core, because these TikTok micro trends are like changing every 2 weeks, it seems like. You can just also adopt one of these styles and change your clothes and wear what these styles tell you is supposed to look good on you. But I don't think it's really a shortcut to personal style. Like, trying it out might help. And these Pinterest boards and saving images of outfits you like, it might help, but your body is still different and the clothes you have available is still different, and you're still gonna need to try them out and see if they feel good on your body, if they're practical in your life. And so I just want to kind of discourage you from just adopting a trend, a certain core, a style, because you like what you see, because that doesn't mean it's gonna work for your life, and you're actually gonna like what you see in the mirror if you wear these things. And when you're thinking about adapting one of these styles or cores, I think we need to be careful, because what can happen is that we're appropriating a whole subculture. Like, because some of these styles, some of these cores, some of these looks originated from a political, repressed group, I don't know. And then you're wearing signifiers of a group of people you do not belong to. That can cause confusion, and it can definitely cause that you are perceived as someone that you are not, and you maybe don't even want to be. So I think we have to be careful with just adopting a style that we like on others. And honestly, there's one mistake that I made for the longest time when it comes to personal style and how I wanted to look and how I wanted to be perceived. It's a thought I had when I was still a teenager, and it kind of stuck with me for too long, I think. And it's that I wanted to look neutral. This is like just a t-shirt and jeans. It's both secondhand, both very random, that I got during the past year. To kind of tell you what I mean. So I wanted to look neutral, boring. I wanted to not give off any ideas about myself, because I wanted to, I wanted to be just a person. I want to be perceived as a person. And while talking to me, you should gain an idea of who I am. You shouldn't have too many thoughts when you just see me. I don't want my clothes to speak for me. I wanted to speak for myself. And while I still think this is not a bad idea per se, I also think it's a misconception that came from being very privileged, because I can only look neutral if I'm very, very privileged. And already with short hair, I'm not gonna look neutral. People are gonna have opinions about me. As soon as my body is not conventionally attractive, as soon as I'm not white, as soon as I don't belong to the majority group in a country, as long as my clothes don't belong to what's kind of trending right now, I think people are gonna have ideas about me depending on my look. And so I think this is just something to keep in mind, that I want to keep in mind. So instead of just looking neutral, what I can't do at all, I'd rather use my clothes a little bit to transport my values and the person I am, maybe. That doesn't mean I need to write on my shirt, my name is Leah, I'm a minimalist, I care for sustainability, You can maybe guess some of these things, but you don't have to. And I'm still a person that is absolutely happy to talk to you, to share what I care about with you, but it's not really possible to look neutral. So these two garments, these pants, these corduroy pants that I got secondhand, I think 2.5 years ago in Switzerland, and this sweater that is also, by the way, from Colorful Standard, that I got also, I think it's around the same time, about 2.5 years ago, they are falling apart. And that is one of the situations when I can't wear them at all anymore, that I'm gonna be sad because they're of my favorite pieces, but also that is one of the times I am going to buy new things. And I'm already kind of combing through secondhand stores online and trying to figure out what I want, because I'm not 100% happy with my wardrobe. Not everything that I have in my wardrobe is something I love, that I feel is my personal style, that I'm 100% happy with. But the other way around, I do not think that the solution is for you to figure out your personal style to just go out and shop for an entirely new wardrobe. It might feel like that for a second, like you make your beautiful Pinterest board, you even maybe book a personal style course, and then you have your personal style figured out, and then you buy everything you need for that. You have your complete wardrobe, everything fits together, and then after a few months you realize, well, there's other things I'd like to wear. One or two of these pieces I actually don't like to wear as much. I thought this combination is going to work for me, and it's not really. What I want to say with this: as much time as it takes for these clothes to break apart, and sometimes that goes faster than I would wish because I wear them so much, it's gonna take time to find your personal style. And most likely it's gonna take your whole life. Because I think it's pretty similar to finding yourself, getting to know yourself. It's an ongoing journey because you are changing, your life is changing, your needs are changing, your interests are changing. That's gonna be the same with style. You're gonna need different clothes, you're gonna want different clothes, your body is gonna change. Trends are gonna change and still influence you, and so I do think we put way too much pressure on ourselves to like figure out our personal style right now and have the perfect wardrobe, be the perfect example of put together outfits and always look gorgeous. Well, we can't look great for anyone. We should look good for ourselves if possible, and even that is a journey. I think when we talk about happiness and life planning, there's a similar thing. Oftentimes we think that if we just reach this next milestone, if we reach this next amount of money, this next bigger house, this next nicer bag, we're gonna be happy. And as soon as we arrive there, we realize, well, there's more to happiness than just owning this thing or reaching this goal. It's an ongoing thing, it's an ongoing practice, and I think it's the same with clothes. We can try every single day. We can also work on feeling good in our body away from clothes. Like, not only the clothes are responsible for that. Another thing that I think is really important and also comes up everywhere in life is that we're not perfect. And so our personal style is not going to be perfect. And I think perfection in itself is not really something worth chasing too much because it's just going to cause us stress and not bring us happiness. And so I do just want to invite you and me to continue on our journey to personal style, to figuring out what we like right now, to figure out what we don't like, to buy the next piece if we need something, but to keep like minimalism and sustainability in mind, because overconsumption is not gonna figure out our personal style for us. With that said, this is the end of the video. I do hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what helps you figure out your personal style. And I do want to link your video here that you can check out right now. And I do also want to say thank you so much to all of my patrons. I do talk about various topics on Patreon in my podcast there. That's weekly for all the patrons in the right tiers. And maybe that's something that's interesting to you, so you could check it out, or you can check out the video right here. So I hope to see you there or in my next video. Goodbye.